Hey, if no one today have told you that you are loved, let me be the first. You are loved. Let's talk about it. Peace. I'm G. Marcel, and thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Talk About It. On this week's edition of Talk About It, we're going to talk about self-esteem. Self-esteem is your subjective evaluation of your worth, okay? This causes belief about yourself, okay? For example, I am loved. I am worthy. I am beautiful. Other examples of low self-esteem. I am not worthy. I am useless. I am ugly. It is important that as parents, because a lot of the times it starts at the household, it is important as parents you give your children positive words, encouragement, support, so this way they'll have a higher self-esteem. You're a parent and you're telling your child that they're worthless. They're not going to amount to anything. And they're putting forth all the effort that they can to be the best that they can be. Then 15 years down the line, they do just that, amount to nothing, be worthless. What will you say to that? You can't even open your mouth to say they should have been this or they should have been that. Why? Because you were the first person to tell them that they were worthless. They weren't worth anything. They were useless. So imagine being at home hearing that from your parent, your brother, your sister, and you turn around and you get to work, you get to school, or wherever it is you are, wherever you are in the world, and you have people telling you that same exact thing. What do you think is going to happen? At least if they get positive encouragement, positive encouragement, support, at least they'll go ahead and have the mentality to sustain the world and the negative things that's put upon them as far as their self-esteem. Because if they fighting at home and they fighting in the street to have some type of self-worth, it's a hard thing to overcome. When you can give them encouragement and support, and I keep saying this because it kind of goes hand in hand with the self-esteem thing. That positive energy, them affirmations, give them the chance to sustain. The opposite of that is it could lead to low self-esteem. It can lead to depression, suicide, and it could be as bad to the point where you'll need therapy. Again, encourage, support. And I touched on support last week. Support, affirmations. I love you. You can do whatever it is that you want to do, as long as you practice. Practice makes perfect. They go wrong somewhere, whether it be a child or an adult. Oh, I can't do this. Wait a minute. You know where you went wrong. Do you know if you tried to do this, if you did that, you can do it with enough training and practice? Be positive in somebody's life, especially your children's life, so that they can avoid low self-esteem. They can avoid depression. They can avoid suicide. At least if you start there, you'll have a better chance, or they'll have a better chance to sustain mentally, versus having that on top of all the other ailments of the world that's on them. So, thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Talk About It. And if no one today have told you that you are loved, let me be the first. You are loved. And I'll see you next week.